For basic everyday tasks. The system also comes with 4 gigabytes of RAM running in dual channel, meaning two 2 gigabyte sticks, a nice bonus for an older machine. And the most interesting part? It actually has a dedicated AMD GPU, the Radeon HD 6700M, which supports DirectX 11. That means I can at least attempt to play some newer games without instantly crashing the system. One of the biggest strengths of Apple devices, especially iMacs, has always been display quality. And even though this machine is from 2011, it came with a full HD panel, which back then was considered insanely sharp. In today's standards, it's kind of like the 4K of its time. To really see how good it is, I put it side by side with my Dell U2422H, a monitor released in 2021, a full decade newer. And honestly, the iMac's display impressed me more than I expected. The colors are rich, accurate, and surprisingly sharp. I even removed the glass panel from the iMac just to get a direct comparison, and the difference became even harder to notice. Not exaggerating, if I had to pick between the two purely for color and clarity, I'd actually choose the iMac's panel. That's exactly why iMac displays have always been trusted for creative work. Anything that needs accurate, lifelike colors. Whether it's Photoshop, video editing, color grading, or any kind of visual design, this kind of panel delivers the clarity and consistency that creators rely on. But it's not perfect. This iMac gets loud and hot. If you plan on using it in a quiet bedroom, prepare to hear the fans kicking up like a tiny jet engine. Back when it was new, this iMac would have cost you around $1,000. Definitely not a small amount for most people. But price aside, the big question is this: how well can a 2011 iMac handle modern games in 2025? Starting with Minecraft, running at full HD with 8 chunks, the performance honestly surprised me. The FPS went all the way up to 100 plus, and the gameplay felt smooth and stable the entire time. The bottleneck here isn't the CPU, it's the 4 gigabytes of RAM. The system was using almost all of it, hitting around 3.9 gigabytes, and the GPU load climbed to about 85%. Even so, the overall experience was pretty solid. No major stutters, no heavy frame drops. Just a surprisingly playable session on a 2011 iMac. Moving on to Doom, running at HD settings. And this is where the iMac starts to show its age. The GPU is getting pushed to 99%, completely maxed out because of how demanding the game's graphics are. FPS hovers around 15 to 20, which definitely doesn't feel smooth. The CPU temperature also climbed past 70 degrees Celsius, and that caused the clock speed to throttle down to about 2.8 gigahertz. So both the CPU and GPU are struggling here. If you really want to play Doom on this machine, you'll definitely need to drop the resolution